Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. I am recovering from working a retail shift overnight for Black Friday here in the United States. It was awful, and to be honest, I'd rather take the bar exam again than ever do that again. But I made some money, so that's something. Anyway, our target today, we're really moving in on Dustman's Cairn now, but we've got a few locations still left to go between here and there. Today's target is a little spot called Redoran's Retreat. It's just an anonymous little bandit cave. Nothing too significant about it, except one of the treasure maps can be found within. So that'll be exciting. We'll get that treasure. We'll do another big crafting session since we've managed to speed those up so nicely. First go over the bridge, then duck under it and find a Nern root, and then peeking down to where this little path ends, can't help but notice another Nern root. Let's grab that, and then let's kill this wolf who's chilling out up here. And make sure we soul trap him and give him the usual treatment. You know the deal. A couple of mountain flowers, too. That's nice. Come on, boys. One hit. Easy peasy. Now let's wait until we can give him the usual treatment, and then we'll do exactly that. Nothing else up here that I'm missing, at least not that I can see, and that's good enough for me. Alright, dude. That should have been a sneak attack. Come on now. Let's try again. What the heck? Where is my precious sneak attack? There it is. Come on, you know we need it. Now there are a couple of mud crabs over here on the other end of this water, and naturally I'd like to soul trap them both. Ideally, we'd even fight them one at a time to facilitate that, but that's impossible, really. They're grouped so tightly together. Yeah, see. I'll just soul trap the first one. And loot him. Well, might as well get some more heavy armor experience while we're waiting for our magicka to recharge. Alright, that'll do. And we got him. And now, bonus, restoration experience. Since we let him hurt us so badly. You can just see a Nordic ruin there to the northwest on the compass. Still can't see it. That's Dustman's Cairn, where we need to go to advance the Companion's quest line. That cave, that's much closer, is our target, Redoran's Retreat. think the most significant thing we've got going regarding the space between here and Redoran's retreat was this little encounter with the crabs. There's not a whole lot on the road here, unless you happen to get a random encounter. And this actually is a typical spawn point, but we didn't get one. Alright, that all done. We're ready to wait around some more. Our magic had to recharge twice. Oh hey, there is an encounter here. Oh, this is Thalmor with a Stormcloak prisoner. That's good. I love any and all opportunities to murder Thalmor. Rest assured we will be doing that. But we'll get this over with first. Get back here. Try and run away from me. So I already took off, or removed that particular encounter from my list. There are at least 3 different ones with the Thalmor. This one is Thalmor with prisoner. That's how it's listed in the creation kit. Alright. Let's go pick a fight with some Thalmor. This will be fun. We don't need to attack them out the gate. It's very easy to provoke them into attacking us. Also, no need to pickpocket anybody that we're just going to kill. Before we start the party, let's shoot down that elk over there. Because he'll run away otherwise. Got a tundra cotton here. There we go. Three more, 4 more tundra cotton, 5, 6 more tundra cotton. And the elk, just deer hide and venison. Make that 7, 8, 9 tundra cotton. Let's try pickpocketing the prisoner. Free prisoner? No, yes, free and share items. Just a Thalmor prisoner. We have 3 justiciars. 2, looks like 2 soldiers and 1 mage. Let's loot everything around them first. Just to make sure everything we want to get done is done. And now, let's talk to this guy. With a weapon drawn.
Walk away, now. Until next time. Move along. Walk away, now.
Who are you?
I am a Thalmor Justiciar on important business that you are interfering with.
Who are the Thalmor?
We are special envoys of the Old Mary Dominion, the rightful rulers of Tamriel. If you'd like, I can show you why. If you're smart, you'll walk away.
Do all Thalmor have such high opinions of themselves?
That we are superior to men is an established fact. For example, take this belief in Talos, the ninth divine. Ha! Certainly you don't believe such things. Or perhaps there's something you'd like to confess.
I can worship anyone I want. No, let's remain silent.
I don't like you. I think you're a heretic. And so you will die a heretic's death.
Alright. Let's kill these guys. I want to get the mage first. If we can. Running away for a minute. Come on. This is not going well. Yeah, I need a better strategy than this.
You're interfering. I am a Thalmor Justiciar. We are special. If you're smart, you'll walk away. That we are certainly. Or perhaps there's something you'd like to confess. I don't. And never should have come here.
Maybe we should leave the guy who wants to run away. And fight the soldiers first. Well, this one's low level, so that's easy. Down she goes. That's good. Let's loot her. She's just got elven light armor and a steel war axe. That she was so weak. I have a feeling we might be able to resurrect her. Soldiers are easy. I think my main problem is actually the storm aftermath that the mage summoned. Let's kill the other soldier, just to get him out of the way. Heavy armor increased to 64. That's something. He also doesn't really have anything good. We'll try to resurrect him just the same. Now, looks like I've got this guy cornered and without backup. Two-handed to 84. That's good for a level up. It's great, but I want the restoration XP, so ooh, we barely got him. But get him we did. Oops. Oh, it feels good to kill Thalmor. Because they're buttons, that's why. Oh, good. Oh, and there's our buddy, the prisoner.
What a waste.
Free prisoner? Yes.
If you know any true Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric's Stormcloak wants to...
Alright, so looks like we rescued a Stormcloak from Thalmor. Good. Anyway, since we're no longer hoarding perks, there's another one I'll actually use. Now let's level up. I'm going to put the point in stamina, And I'm going to take Novice Restoration this time. That was off the list. Beautiful. Can cast Novice level Restoration spells for half magicka. Now let's see about which Thalmor we can reanimate. I think probably only the female soldier. Yep. That one's too strong. Old Mage is too strong. But it'll work on her, I'm almost positive. She was weak. Yep. Sneak to 93. That's good. Biznitch. You like them apples? Alright, let's keep going. That was a fun little diversion. So we can keep to the road here. You can see Redoran's retreat there on the left. But there's actually a road to it, and I would like to take that road. Now you see a little path up there to the right. That's where Dustman's Cairn is. One quick thing to do, well, no, we'll do that later too. You can see some more mountain flowers on the side of the road here. Purple and a blue. There's a giant and a mammoth and another deer that I almost missed. There's an elk over there too. Didn't miss the deer, of course. And I don't plan on missing the elk either. Archery to 29. And a third deer. Well, hold up now. I didn't see that one. He's more important, because he's the large antler flavor. I can let that one run. Lavender. There's another one over there. Goodness. Deer Central Station here. Three. No antlers on that one. It's alright. Ha! And we got the elk too. That was a festival of slaughter. Nobody's dropping antlers though. My goodness, another one. They're everywhere. There's a large antler. Good. With that, I only need 2 more. Let's go check out that one. And hell, let's keep our eyes open. There may be more. He dropped another large antler. I only need 1 more now. Let's see, I killed 5. I think I've searched 4 already. Oh, there's a cave here. Maybe that's a deer den of some sort. Anyway, those stones mark Dustman's Cairn. Not quite doing that yet, and my goodness, there is another one. Can hardly believe it. Well, let's get him too while he's standing there surveying the carnage that I've wrought on all of his friends. And how convenient, he's right at the turnoff I need to take to get to Redoran's retreat. I've got 2 more deer to search. that I killed over here somewhere. Don't miss the plants lining this little trail. As I go looking for those 2 deer. There's one. Where's the other? I definitely killed 2 over here. Well, I was about to say right, as if you could talk back to me. Well, I see one, so let's make sure to go ahead and grab him. And he's got the last large antlers I need. Those are finally off the list. Wonderful. I could have sworn I killed 2 over here. I guess as long as I got my antlers, it doesn't really matter, but I killed a total of 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. Yep, I did find them all. I forgot the other one was running at me. So I got my first shot while he was up here, and he came much closer. I could go pick a fight with that giant and his mammoths, but actually, I think I will. No, I'll do that in the next video. 'Cause my next target is that little tree symbol on the compass. My next target after Redoran's retreat, I should say. So, let me just gather these plants. Well, no, I kind of feel like doing it now. But I feel more like getting this saber cat over here. I still need 23 teeth. So we're just romping around the wilderness right now, fighting the wildlife and the other residents. Come here, dude. Come on. I see you. Of course, then I remember that I should have soul trapped him. I'll tell you what I'm thinking now. Here's my path. I'm thinking since they're directly on the road from Redoran's retreat to Green Spring Hollow, I should save them and do them then. Now let's get the stuff that's more properly part of the route I'm on, which would be this saber cat. You've contracted Witbane. Well, that sucks balls. Yes, he dropped a tooth. And we need 22 more saber cat teeth. I say only, 22 is a pretty big number. Now, for those who don't know, Witbane sucks nuts. Makes our magic regenerate much more slowly. Which is going to make resurrecting him a pain in the ass. Same with that mud crab I see. Conjuration to 75. Awesome. Now let's cover all this wilderness space so that we don't miss out on it. I think the only noteworthy thing is this pool over here. Down kind of directly behind Fort Greymore. If you remember the drainage, we can follow that out, and it spills over these cliffs down into that pool of water. There's an ore vein right here, which is always worth getting. An amethyst. Couldn't it have been flawless? Then it would have been something I actually needed. It's alright. Now this is usually well populated with mud crabs. At least 4 or 5 of them. But other times, I've seen it only have 1 or 2. So you never quite know. Soul trap to that guy. Good. Let's heal up. There's another crab. That might be it this time. Looks that way. Let's grab these mountain flowers. Check up here. I thought there was another ore vein, but I guess there's not. As long as he's content to chill over there, we can wait here and give his buddy the treatment. We need to wait until we're able to soul trap and go fight that one. Got him. Perfect. Heal up again, and wait again until we're able to reanimate him. Found another elk to kill. 2 more elk to kill while we're waiting. There's one. I thought I hit that one. It's too bad Soul Trap isn't ranged. We could fill our soul gems super fast. Now archery got to 30, and that's important because some of my hoarded perks are hoarded for archery. Specifically, at 30, we can get Eagle Eye, which is awesome. Pressing block while aiming will zoom in your view. Shooting just got a lot easier, ladies and gentlemen. That's off the list. Let's go search those elk corpses. If I can find the first one. There he is. There's a beehive here. Let's search it. And let's head up to that second elk. Let's grab these thistles. And attract a dragon flyby. He's not attacking us. which I, for one, am happy about. I'm not really in the mood for a dragon battle right now. And there's an orichalcomore vein over here. Got another amethyst. It's better than nothing. Oh, that's just a blood dragon. He would have been easy to fight. One that does attack us will almost definitely be an ancient dragon. Just watch. I've changed my mind again. I am going to go ahead and fight the giants. Once this is done. Well, I don't know. I should probably save it, because I've already done a lot, and Green Spring Hollow itself is tiny and covers almost nothing, so we can actually make it a decent length video if we do save them. On the other hand, it's so hard for me to see them and not go ahead and kill them, you know? Let's kill this elk or deer, whichever it is, and let's try out our new perk. That was awesome. Made it so much easier. No sneak attack. You will notice, however, that your stamina drains very quickly zooming the bow in. Alright, that's why we've been building our stamina pool, right? I'm not sure what this cairnstone is even supposed to mark. I got my first extra large antler. First one I'll be able to use in potions. It's always exciting. Catch these bugs, get a thistle branch, get another thistle branch. Find a saber cat. Okay. Come here, bro. You want some? I'll give you a piece. Give me a tooth. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Alright, only need 21 more now. Let's heal up and give him the reanimation treatment. It looks like he murdered a skeever earlier. So we'll reanimate him too. And then we've ranged way the hell away from our goal. So it'll be time to pull it back in after this. Let's get that third torch bug. Let's reanimate the skeever first. He's easy because you can't sneak attack him. And we'll do it to the saber cat. And as we close the loop back to Redoran's retreat, I just can't resist. We're gonna fight the giant and the mammoths. Then we might even go kill those 2 mammoths I left alive. The more I think about it, the more I don't like that I did that. Got our sneak attack. Now let's get our constellation experience. And let's go fight the giant. want to soul trap both him and the mammoths, and I have the empty soul gems to do it. Let me just make sure I've got all the plants that I meant to harvest, including from this little pool down here. Hey, dragonflies. And fish. I don't remember those being in here last time. Whee! There are so many distractions. It's crazy. Let's head over here. Alright. Well, now we're closing in on Green Spring Hollow, which I don't really want to do until next time. Well, let's just note that at the water here, we have a gold ore vein. Always worthwhile. There's a Nern root. And here's a cave bear. Well, I guess we have to fight him. Wonderful. Let's heal up. He's too powerful to reanimate, so I don't have to worry about that. I think we can call this side good at this thistle branch. Let's pinch back over and check out the actual water. No dragonflies, no fish, no nothing. I find that hard to believe, but it's what I'm seeing. Alright. Alright, enough dilly-dally. Let's do this. Oh, mountain flowers. Come on, Skippy. Wasn't a bad skirmish. Need to save my magicka so I can soul trap him. He's about to die. Okay, now here is something I almost missed. Look here, slaughterfish eggs. Gotta get the giant first, he's definitely the most dangerous. Good thing is he'll take a knee, so I can cast Soul Trap right when he does that. I don't have to do it while he's actively in the fight. Damn. Every so often, he gets to do a quick attack. Like that. No matter. Let's try again. Come on. Alright, one more hit. He'll take it, I think. Yep, there he is. So, Soul Trap. Got it. Let's kill him. Hit him instead of the mammoth. So, Deerhide, Giant's Toe, Gold, Gauntlets, Greatsword, Gauntlets. And then the mammoth kills us anyway. that's different. 2 bear pelts, sapphire, cowhide, gold, and giant's toe. Now I got 2 angry mammoths, but they're significantly easier to kill than giants are. I do have empty grand soul gems, which means I can actually soul trap these guys too. Just stay out of attack range, keep landing hits. That'll be good, but as you can see, that can be tough to do. I like how it almost looks like they have a crew. Look really closely at their heads. Yeah, they're able to nudge forward with that one attack and close the distance you thought you had on them. Two-handed to 85. That's good. Run away. We barely survived that hit. But we did survive. That's what's important. Alright, he's almost dead, so let's put the trap on him. As long as we can do it without getting killed in the bargain. Oh, his buddy is pushing him up the hill. Makes our job difficult. Until now. We've captured his wonderful, powerful, expensive Grand Soul. Snout and a tusk, naturally. One mammoth left. Practically nothing. Hate it when it suddenly push you into a corner. Didn't even know it was a corner, couldn't see it. Mammoth hunting ain't easy. He's close enough now, we should put the trap on. Damn it. Thought we had him. Thought he was turning to run, he tricked me. Now he is. And we got him. No problem. I don't think there's anything left out here. And I think it's time to go deal with those 2 I left alive. Now I'm feeling like I left unfinished business over there. Restoration to 38. Holla! That'll also afford me the opportunity to cover this bit of wilderness space I hadn't spotted yet. Yeah, you see Silent Moon's camp there. I think I ranged all the way out to this grove of trees previously. I think. I could be wrong about that. I'd like to kill that fox. Get his pelt. See if I can do it.
Foos!
If I foos him, I can. Beautiful. Oh no, I didn't range out here. I meant to, but I didn't actually do it. There's a beehive and a couple of lavenders and another fox.
Foos!
We'll get no problem. There's Silent Moons. You see, we don't have that far to range. I did see a couple of other things I need to do. It's endless. Let's go up here, deal with those mammoths, and then we'll circle back. I've got one empty Grand Soul Gem left, so I only need to Soul Trap one. The other one I can just kill. See, this should all be familiar. We've been here before. Well, let's just get started. Come here, bro. Come at me, bro. Three lavenders here. The problem is his buddy is pushing him again, like they so often do. Uh-oh, we got deer over there. I don't want to scare him off. Since I only have one left, I think I'll just kill the first one. Worry about soul trapping the second one. See, our problem there was getting pushed. Almost killed us. Didn't, but almost did. Sold his life. Just don't know it yet. Two-handed to 86. Almost. Alright, let's put the trap on. Now let's finish him off. Snout and tusk. Gold snout and tusk. Let's heal up and shoot those deer. Be a little bit careful just to make sure that they don't get scared off. There he is. Is he by himself? I think I see at least two. I might be hallucinating. I also thought I was for sure gonna get the sneak attack. There we go. trying to remember. I have one spare large antlers. If he gives me one, it'll be 2. Just more resources. Abundant here on the plains of Whiterun. There were a couple of mountain flowers, and lo and behold, a lowly skeever. Well, I want to soul trap him. Let's mine the iron ore vein while we wait. I don't really want to let him wail on me. Reason being, he's not doing enough damage to give me any armor experience, like at all. And he'll give me another disease. Not an important one. Ataxia isn't a big deal. Actually, with that in mind. Oh, so now we're carrying 2 diseases now. We have Witbane, with Magicka recovers half as fast, and Ataxia. Picking locks and picking pockets is 25% harder. Come on, attack. Alright, you're done. And, wow, would you look at that? After all my talk, he gave us a full. And now, of course, his reward will be the treatment. As we pinch back over and really go to Redoran's retreat, but probably do an offload before clearing the actual cave. And look at that. Another freaking deer. Owned. As they say in the parlance of a few years ago. And there's another one up there. I'm gonna move around these rocks. I hope I don't scare them off. Archery to 31? Is that what that was? Yes. Beautiful. Archery is creeping up just from hunting. It's a pretty good deal. Where's my dead skeever? It's over by the iron ore vein, I know that. I can only remember exactly where that is. Farther this way. There's Bro Skeever. He's right around here, I know. Come on, where did he go? This is garbage. His body was right here. I searched it. I know. Unless he fell down somehow. I want my little bit of conjuration experience, damn it. You will not hide it from me. Maybe you will. Did I move farther off the iron ore vein? I mean, I knew about the deer, and I didn't want to mess with them. So he couldn't be that close to the deer. This isn't important enough to justify the time I'm spending on it. Oh, there he is. And just as I say that, I finally found it. Naturally, that's how it always works. Conjuration to 76. Well, that makes it feel worthwhile, actually getting a skill rank out of it. Alright. Start closing the gap now. Let's go down through this pool and a few more mud crabs. And then we'll actually arrive at Redoran's retreat. Finally. It was a hell of a journey, I know. And as you can see, it's going to be a little longer because there are 5 mud crabs here. Number 1. There's that fox we shot earlier. Naturally, of course, all 5 mud crabs require the usual treatment. Come on now. There we go. Sneak to 94. There's something. Makes it all feel worthwhile. Good night, Skippy. I gotta wait until Soul Trap's ready again. Meantime, let's look down to the path and make sure there's truly nothing else to do. There isn't. See if we can pull off another one by itself. It's a good idea since there's so many in this group. Alright, and we are ready on this one. Yep, still haven't even discovered Redoran's retreat. Oh, it's fun is what it is. Redoran's retreat is a tiny dungeon, though. The bulk of our video is going to be all this playing outside we've been doing. Night. Three left. Of course, I want to soul trap them all. How many empty soul gems am I still carrying? 3 empty lessers, 3 empty graders, and 3 empty commons. That's it. We have filled a shitload of soul gems on this outing. Will make for an awesome enchanting session. Which is exactly what I need. Alright. Build number 3. See 2 others, and they're guarding a couple of plants. So I think what I'll do is, once these mud crabs are dealt with, go discover the location. I won't offload before I clear it. What I will do is fast travel to it just to move my horse there. No, I think I will offload before I go inside. That makes more sense. Alright. Heal up again. And then sit on Soul Trap for Mud Crab number 4. Can't believe I managed to pull that guy out by himself. That's awesome. Come at me, bro. And the usual, of course. How could we not, really? Oh. Well, I didn't mean to aggravate him just yet. Guess it doesn't matter. In fact, since he's by himself... Since he's now by himself, I can even let it grow on me a little. Heavy armor experience and restoration experience. Both valuable commodities. Alright, let's heal up now. Okay, now we have gained all our restoration XP. Let's get all the plant life from around this little pond. Then our last step will be to give the treatment to these 2. one. Here's the other. Well, after saying there wasn't much on the road, this turned into quite the adventure, getting from point A to point B. Yeah, there's nothing left out here. Well, let's just run back up the road. Although, I discover another iron ore vein. One that I don't think I've ever found before. A few butterflies to chase. Always worthwhile, always fun. There are the other two. Alright, now let's run up the road to Redoran's retreat. And here it is. A few more mountain flowers on the last bend of the road on the way up. And there we have discovered Redoran's retreat. Let me go take it off my location list right quick. It's a very small bandit den. All we're gonna fight in here are, I think, 2 or 3 bandits and their dog. It's tiny. Before we go inside, let's check out the exterior, like we do, like I like to do. Always run a little circle around the place marker, which is worth doing here because on these rocks up above the entrance, not only is there a neat cairnstone flying an old faded flag, but there's also another iron ore vein. Alright, we're ready to go inside, but before we do, I'm going to run to Whiterun and offload. Cure my diseases, that's a big one. And...
Hail, companion.
You're someone who can... Got some good, blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Well, switching to Mage Light is trying not to work. Let's sell her what she can take of all the Thalmor gear we found. I don't want to sell any of my miscellaneous goodies.
Hide the shop if you need anything.
Let's go visit Elrendir now.
An archer, eh? I've got just what you need.
Yeah, nothing extra in there, but he'll take our mammoth snouts and all our venison.
Thank you very much for doing this.
Now I'll run to the Shrine of Talos right quick and get rid of my gross
Good
diseases.
to have you by my side, friend. I need reliable people around.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace.
Are you feeling sick?
Why yes, Amryn, I am. Don't worry, Talos will help me.
Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing! The Imperial machine enforces the will of the Thalmor!
All diseases cured.
Whoa! What's the matter?
Blessing of Talos added. Let's go sell Bellathor everything else I don't need to hold on to.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have. Everything's... Take a look.
Oh yeah, you can have the hooded Thalmor robes, Thalmor boots and gloves. You can have that potion and all my mud crab legs. If you want it... Well, I guess I don't... Ah yes, mammoth tusks. You can have those too. Everything else I'm keeping.
Do come back.
Now remember, because of the glitch, I just want to hold on to all of my soul gems. What we can do is drop off all our ingredients. And I was still keeping track. I can drop off 2 large antlers. 3 of them still need to go up. 3 of the ones I'm carrying still need to go upstairs. As do the saber cat teeth I found.
Honored to see you again.
In the smithing cupboard, we can drop off gems and pelts and hides and pelts and ore and ore and ore and pelts and gems and pelts.
Okay.
And check on Lucia's chest, and I almost forgot. While we're in town, we should just check and see if Bellathor or Arcadia have anything
Did you know there's some fruits
that I need.
grow better in the cold
Let's try Arcadia first. Forgot to look at Bellathor.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. What do you need? Take a look.
Slaughterfish scales and saber
Come back
cat
anytime
teeth
if
are
you need
it.
a remedy.
Because she won't sell. She definitely won't
Trouble,
sell any
kids.
dragonborn ingredients.
Take a good look
So,
around. I'm sure you'll find what
she's got nothing.
Take a
How
look.
about you, Bellathor? Amulets? Nope. Nope.
Remember,
Well, that's okay. Let's offload our last antlers
Well, that thing's...
and the saber cat teeth we found. Let's
You'd
refresh
be
the
surprised
well-rested
how much
bonus.
work is selling things this
And
way.
let's fast travel back to the retreat.
Yes?
What do you need?
Okay. I have a shitload of soul gems. Some of them are even grand.
You're back. Look what I found. Here, take it.
What do you
Scathecraw!
need?
Heyo! Well, Lucia apparently can give me dragonborn ingredients, which is great, because I need 10 of these. So, throw that in there. The number's down to 9. Thanks, daughter. Does that mean your chest is respawned too? No.
Drink has a big meaning. She
Still,
keeps
that's
telling Lars
awesome.
and me what to do. I don't want to...
Alright. Now let's fast travel to Redoran's retreat. Here's what we're gonna do. This might be the end of the video. I need to take a break regardless, because I have some real life stuff to do. You know how that happens. I'm going to pause the recording. Well, I'm going to save and pause the recording and see how long the video is. If it's over an hour and a half, this will be the end. If it's not, my voice might pop back in, so just in case this is the end, this has been Let's Play Skyrim. Big adventures on the road, lots of useful stuff. Next time we'll actually clear out Redoran's retreat. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. We're not done. Let's pop in here. I'm gonna put my spell away and get my greatsword out. Just start making my way in here. Just clutter and one fly amanita so far. Bleeding crown, fly amanita, bleeding crown, bleeding crown, bleeding crown, bleeding crown. Now here's a novel idea. I'm gonna cast Muffle for actual use. That way I might actually be able to sneak up on some guys. Alright, well we can soul trap the dog, so I'll want to do that. I know it's mean, but it must be done. We can go ahead and kill this guy too. Just a piddling little bandit outlaw. Down he goes. He's got nothing too valuable, but both he and the dog can receive the treatment as soon as my magicka recharges. I think I cleared this area out. No, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Now let's move into this room. Another bleeding crown to the left, along with a sack and some ale and another bleeding crown. I'm going to search the right side after I give the homes here the treatment.
Picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Down he goes. Search the right side, come back and give the treatment to the dog. We go right through that door. There's just a barrel, a bleeding crown, and a Mira's rot. Some clutter. I don't know how strong dogs are. I think they're identical to wolves. Let's see. Yes. Heyo, Conjuration 77. Can't go wrong with that. Now let's go search this little nook. Carrots, red apples, green apples. Novice locked chest. I have 4 spare picks, so let's break them. 3, 2, 1. I said that too soon. And 0. And open it. Oh, some good stuff. I'm not going to use any of it, but there's a glass warhammer and an ebony dagger. And some arrows and some gold on the table. Now let's make our way through here. Another bleeding crown and a pot. Now let's cast Muffle again. Sneak up on the last 2 bandits. Huh? I thought I could. So we got an outlaw here. Kill him. chief is strong. Let's see. We got a fight on our hands with her.
Just a scratch.
Her face paint makes her look like a vampire. Just throwing me for a minute.
Prepared to die.
She's got an orcish shield. Unlike weapons, the orcish armor is really good, so that's probably why she's taking so much damage. If she was power bashing us, which I think she was.
That the best you can do? You prepared to die.
Let's try and take her straight. I think we can do it now. Oh, maybe not.
Prepared to
Heavy
die.
armor 67, but we died. For a second I thought that was my kill cam, but no such luck. There we go. Still got heavy armor to 67, and two-handed to 87. She's got an orcish shield and a dwarven shield. Set of Nordic carved armor. Elven dagger and an iron mace of weariness. Pretty sure I already have stamina damage. I do. So let's heal up. We'll eventually need to reanimate the outlaw we killed down here. She is going to be too powerful for that. But killing her should have served to clear this location. I'm not hearing the lovely chime. And as I say that, there it happens. Redoran's retreat cleared. Delightful. Now then, let's get ready to give our buddy the treatment, but while we recharge, let's loot this last room. Food and clutter and nothing too useful. Potion of ultimate magicka, an imp stool, a blister wart, a bleeding crown, a white cap. Forgot to loot him. Over here we have a blister wart and a book, 2920 Last Seed V8. Last Seed, Book 8 of 2920, the last year of the First Era by Karlovac Townway. And doubtless you noticed it gave us a skill rank in Sneak. So let me go pull this off the book list. That's actually our first skill book for Sneak. So if I go to my free skill boosts, Sneak has 8. With that, it's down to 7. 4 skill books left to find. Last Seed, Book 8 of 2920, the last year of the First Era, by Karlovac Townway. One Last Seed 2920, Mournhold, Morrowind. They were gathered at the Duke's courtyard at twilight, enjoying the smell and warmth of a fire of dry branches and bittergreen leaves. Tiny embers flew into the sky, hanging for a few moments before vanishing. I was rash, agreed the Duke soberly, but Lorcan had his laugh, and all is well. The Morag Tog will not assassinate the Emperor now that my payment to them is at the bottom of the inner sea. I thought you had made some sort of a truce with the Daedra princes. What your sailors called a Daedra may not have been one, said Sotha Sil. Perhaps it was a rogue battle mage, or even a lightning bolt that destroyed your ship. The Prince and the Emperor are en route to take possession of Aldlambasi as our truce agreed. It is certainly typical of the Cyrodiil to assume that their concessions are negotiable while ours are not. Vivek pulled out a map. We can meet them here, in this village to the northwest of Aldlambasi, Ferventhil. But will we meet them to talk, asked Galmalexia, or to make war? No one had an answer to that. 15 Last Seed, 2920, Ferventhil, Morrowind. A late summer squall blew through the small village, darkening the sky except for flashing of lightning, which leapt from cloud to cloud like acrobats. Water rushed down the narrow streets ankle deep, and the prince had to shout to be heard by his captains but a few feet away from him. There's an inn up ahead. We'll wait there for the storm to pass before pressing on to Aldlambasi. The inn was warm and dry and bustling with business. Barmaids were rushing back and forth, bringing grief and wine to a back room, evidently excited about a famous visitor, someone who was attracting more attention than the mere heir to the Empire of Tamriel. Amused, Juilek watched them run until he overheard the name of Vivek. "My Lord Vivek," he said, bursting into the back room, "you must believe me, I knew nothing about the attack on Blackgate until after it happened. We will, of course, be returning it to your care forthwith. I wrote you a letter to that effect at your palace in Balmora, but obviously you're not there." He paused, taking in the many new faces in the room. "I'm sorry, let me introduce myself. I'm Juilek Cyrodiil." "My name is Almalexia," said the most beautiful woman the prince had ever seen. "Won't you join us?" "Sotha Sil," said a serious-looking Dunmer in a white cloak, shaking the prince's hand and showing him to a seat. "Indoril Brindisi Duram, Duke Prince of Mournhold," said the massively built man next to him as he sat down. "I recognize that the events of the last month suggest, at best, that the Imperial army is not under my control," said the prince after ordering some wine. "This is true. The army is my father's." "I understood that the Emperor was going to be coming to Alt-Lambasi as well," said Almalexia. "Officially he is," said the prince cautiously. "Unofficially he's still back in the Imperial city. He's met with an unfortunate accident." Vivek glanced at the Duke quickly before looking at the prince. "An accident?" "He's fine," said the prince quickly. "He'll live, but it looks like he'll lose an eye. It was an altercation that has nothing to do with the war. The only good news is that while he recovers, I have the use of his seal. Any agreement we make here and now will be binding to the Empire, both in my father's reign and in mine." "Then let's start agreeing," smiled Almalexia. 16 Last Seed, 2920. Rothnaga, Cyrodiil. The tiny hamlet of Rothnaga greeted Cassir with its colorful houses perched on a promontory overlooking the stretch of the Rothgarian mountain plain and high rock beyond. Had he been in a better mood, the sight would have been breathtaking. As it was, he could only think that in practical terms a small village like this would have meager provisions for himself and his horse. He rode down into the main square where an inn called the Eagle's Cry stood. Directing the stable boy to house and feed his horse, Cassir walked into the inn and was surprised by its ambiance. A minstrel he had heard play once in Gilderdale was performing a jaunty old tune to the clapping of the mountain men. Such forced merriment was not what Cassir wanted at that moment. A glum Dunmer woman was seated at the only table far from the noise, so he took his drink there and sat down without invitation. It was only when he did so that he noticed that she was holding a newborn baby. "I've just come from Morrowind," he said rather awkwardly, lowering his voice. "I've been fighting for Vivek and the Duke of Mournhold against the Imperial army. A traitor to my people, I guess you'd call me." "I am also a traitor to my people," said the woman, holding up her hand, which was scarred with a branded symbol. "It means that I can never go back to my homeland." "Well, you're not thinking of staying here, are you?" laughed Cassir. "It's certainly quaint, but come wintertide there's going to be snow up to your eyelashes. It's no place for a new baby. What is her name?" "Bosriel. It means beauty of the forest. Where are you going?" "Dwinnen, on the bay in High Rock. You're welcome to join me. I could use the company." He held out his hand. "Cassir Whitley." "Turala," said the woman after a pause. She was going to use her family's name first, as is tradition, but she realized that it was no longer her name. "I would love to accompany you. Thank you." 19 Last Seed, 2920. Alt-Lambasi, Morrowind. 5 men and 2 women stood in the silence of the great room of the castle, the only sound the scrawl of quill on parchment and the gentle tapping of rain on the large picture window. As the prince set the seal of Cyrodiil on the document, the peace was made official. The Duke of Mournhold broke out in a roar of delight, ordering wine brought in to commemorate the end of 80 years of war. Only Sotha Sil stood apart from the group. His face betrayed no emotion. Those who knew him best knew he did not believe in endings or beginnings, but in the continuous cycle of which this was but a small part. "My prince," said the castle steward, unhappy at breaking the celebration, "there is a messenger here from your mother, the Empress. He asked to see your father, but as he did not arrive..." Juilek excused himself and went to speak with the messenger. "The Empress does not live in the Imperial city?" asked Vivek. "No," said Almalexia, shaking her head sadly. "Her husband has imprisoned her in Black Marsh, fearing that she was plotting a revolution against him. She is extremely wealthy and has powerful allies in the western Colovian estates, so he could not marry another or have her executed. They've been at an impasse for the last 17 years, since Juilek was a child." The prince returned a few minutes later. His face betrayed his anxiety, though he took troubles to hide it. "My mother needs me," he said simply. "I'm afraid I must leave at once. If I may have a copy of the treaty, I will bring it with me to show the Empress the good we have done today, and then I will carry it on to the imperial city so it may be made official." Prince Julek left with the fond farewells of the three of Morrowind. As they watched him ride out into the rain-swept night south towards Black Marsh, Vivek said, "Tamriel will be much healed when he has the throne." 31 Last Seed, 2920, Dorza Pass, Black Marsh. The moon was rising over the desolate quarry, steaming with swamp gas from a particularly hot summer, as the prince and his two-guard escort rode out of the forest. The massive piles of earth and dung had been piled high in antiquity by some primitive, long-dead tribe of Black Marsh, hoping to keep out some evil from the north. Evidently, the evil had broken through at Dorsa Pass, the large crack in the sad, lonely rampart that stretched for miles. The black twisted trees that grew on the barrier cast strange shadows down like a net tangling. The prince's mind was on his mother's cryptic letter, hinting at the threat of an invasion. He could not, of course, tell the Dunmer about it, at the very least until he knew more and had notified his father. After all, the letter was meant for him. It was its urgent tone that made him decide to go directly to Gideon. The Empress had also warned him about a band of former slaves who attacked caravans going into Dorsa Pass. She advised him to be certain to make his imperial shield visible, so they would know he was not one of the hated Dunmer slavers. Upon riding into the tall weeds that flooded through the pass like a noxious river, the prince ordered that his shield be displayed. "I can see why the slaves use this," said the prince's captain. "It's an excellent location for an ambush." Julek nodded his head, but his thoughts were elsewhere. What threat of invasion could the Empress have discovered? Were the Akaviri on the seas again? If so, how could his mother, from her cell in Castle Jyavis, know of it? A rustle in the weeds and a single sharp human cry behind him interrupted his ponderings. Turning around, the prince discovered that he was alone. His escort had vanished. The prince peered over the stretch of the moonlit sea of grass which waved in almost hypnotic patterns to the ebb and flow of the night wind billowing through the pass. It was impossible to tell if a struggling soldier was beneath this system of vibrations, a dying horse behind another. A high, whistling wind drowned out any sound the victims of the ambush might be making. Julek drew his sword and thought about what to do, his mind willing his heart not to panic. He was closer to the exit of the pass than the entrance. Whatever had slain his escort must have been behind him. If he rode fast enough, perhaps he could outrun it. Spurring his horse to gallop, he charged for the hills ahead, framed by the mighty black piles of dirt. When he was thrown, it happened so suddenly he was hurtling forward before he was truly conscious of the fact. He landed several yards beyond where his horse had fallen, breaking his shoulder and his back on impact. A numbness washed over him as he stared at his poor, dying steed, its belly sliced open by one of several spears jutting up just below the surface of the grass. Prince Julek was not able to turn and face the figure that emerged from the grass, nor able to move to defend himself. His throat was cut without ceremony. Miramor cursed when he saw the face of his victim more clearly in the moonlight. He had seen the Emperor at the Battle of Bodrum when he had fought in his Imperial Majesty's command, and this was clearly not the Emperor. Searching the body, he found the letter and a treaty signed by Vivek, Almalexia, Sotha Sil, and the Duke of Mournhold, representing Morrowind, and the Prince Julek Cyrodiil, representing the Cyrodiil Empire. "Curse my luck," muttered Miramor to himself and the whispering grass. "I've only killed a prince. Where's the reward in that?" Miramor destroyed the letter, as Zook had instructed him to do, and pocketed the treaty. At the very least, such a curiosity would have some market value. He disassembled the traps as he pondered his next step. Return to Gideon and ask his employer for a lesser reward for killing the heir? Move on to other lands? At the very least, he considered, he had picked up 2 useful skills from the Battle of Bodrum. From the Dunmer he had learned the excellent spear trap, and abandoning the Imperial army, he had learned how to skulk in the grass. The years continued in Hearthfire. Well, there you go. We got a Nimira's Rot here. Food barrel, empty barrel, bear trap in front of the boss chest, which I'm going to save. Magic is filled up. Let's give this outlaw the treatment.
Picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Down he goes. Search these barrels. I don't know why I'm sneaking, there's no one alive. Food, salt piles, food, a bleeding crown, and the boss chest, which contains gold, lockpicks, a steel sword, and the real prize, Treasure Map 4. You should recognize this. That WR is Whiterun, showing us the stables in the Pelagia farm. You can recognize that by the location directly south of Whiterun and the windmill. It's showing us where we can find a chest up on the cliffs behind the Pelagia farm. Well, since we've already been there, let's travel back right quick and see what we can find in that chest. As I said, I'm almost positive she's too strong. Yeah. But it was worth a shot. Redoran's retreat. That's it. Let's run back now and open up that chest and then do our usual big-ass crafting session. So let's fast travel to Pelagia Farm. Just a second, sorry. I wanted to ride my horse up to there, just in case there's more than 15 pounds of gear. In fact, let's do that right quick. I expected him to be with me at the farm. It doesn't really matter that he popped up at the stables because they're so close by. Oh, let's ride up the mountain. You can see the cliff that the map was pointing to up here above the windmill, so let's just get the horse up that hill. Horses are typically stronger hill climbers than you are. They can make it up some stuff, the game locks you out of running. So hang a right once we're up here. And ride the horse right over here. And you can see the chest tucked away in that little grove of trees. Let's see what's inside. Hello. Very valuable stuff, particularly that flawless amethyst. I needed 5, so now I need 4 more. And a glass war axe, which will take me just over my encumbrance limit. So it's a good thing I brought my horse. Let's run back to Whiterun again.
Hail, companion.
Let's hope we don't get a vampire attack.
Never should've. I'm here.
Speak of the devil when he appears. It's alright though. We can handle him.
I can't.
We got the vampire, that's the real threat.
Come on, let's see you fight.
There, we bagged one of the thralls. And it looks like we have another stuck inside the door. Ridiculous, truly. Let's get back here so we can fight him. I have a better idea. Let's just not travel to Whiterun until daytime. Let me wait until 6 a.m. It looked like it took an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from up here. Now let's bounce down to town. Oh, my collision is still off. Thought something was odd.
You're somewhat the finest weapons and armor.
Alright. Ebony dagger, elven dagger, glass war axe. She can't handle the warhammer. At least not yet. But, you know, I'm a believer in multitasking. Let's buy up her ingots in a sort of trade for everything I've been selling. She's carrying a bunch of ebony this time, which is always nice. And ore, and leather. And strips. And orichalcum, and ore, and steel. And yes, I want it all. Now she should be able to take the warhammers and shields and armors.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Let's combine offloading and buying up materials.
Welcome to... Take a look.
Good, he's separate this time, like he's supposed to be. So I want his dwarven metal. I want his iron. And I want his leather. Speech to 78, that's good. Got his strips, got his orichalcum, got his silver. Alright.
Good doing business.
Let's visit Elrindir. He'll buy some stuff
cost
other
your
people
fancy
won't.
magic.
I'm the commander of the guard here in Whiterun.
Ah, what are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know.
Specifically, he'll buy most of this food.
Thank you very much for your business.
You're not thinking of causing trouble here in this beautiful city now, are you? Because I'd strongly advise you.
Let's go to Bellathor now. He's glitching, as he's wont to do. He's not even in his house. This is bullshit. It's gonna be a problem. But we'll try Arcadia first.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
In the meantime...
What do you need? So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? back anytime if you need a remedy.
See if homeboy's there yet. Nope, he's
Need
wandering
something?
out here. What is your deal, dude?
My favorite drink.
Well, we can go visit Farengar. Yorland isn't at his forge either.
Hail, companion.
We need Farengar's soul gems. We need Yorland's smithing supplies. And we do need to visit Belethor, both to finish offloading and to get whatever useful stuff he has.
Divine smile. So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Let's buy up Farengar's soul gems. Sell him everything he'll take that isn't one of my precious soul gems.
You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Yorland's gonna over-encumber me even before I get to Belethor. That's alright. Yorland is behaving oddly too.
Got a lot of steel to shape.
What is going on with people? I don't know.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Well, let's see if
Do
Belethor's
you get to
open
the
for
Cloud
business
District very
yet.
often? Oh, what am I saying?
Got something for just about everybody.
There we go.
Everything. Some may call
That's
this
more
junk.
like it.
Me, I call them treasures.
There's not much in the way of junk to sell him. There's a little bit. Does he have anything useful? Let's find out. Deer hide, ebony ingot, iron ore, lesser soul gems, petty soul gems, pelts. Okay,
Do come.
well that's something.
I actually advise the Jarl on political matters. My input is invaluable.
Well, let's go see Yorland, who should have found his way to his forge by now. Nope, not yet. He's on his way, though. This is going to be big, particularly on enchanting and actually smithing, because smithing's going to get above 80, so I'll be able to use all those ebony ingots. I'm almost positive. It's at 79 as is. No, 77. It'll still get above 80. So I'll have to add the ebony in when I'm doing my stupid firewood calculation. What have you got for sale?
Gods be praised.
There we go. The answer appears to be not much, but nonetheless, plenty of it's useful. What the hell?
Gods be praised.
Did it force me to buy anything I didn't want? Yep. A quicksilver ingot. That's okay. Be okay. Okay.
We done?
Yes, we're done. I don't know why you gotta be douchey about it. Alright, we're gonna be over encumbered for a while. It's gonna be a pain in the butt. Now we've bought everybody out, so need to make our way to Breeze Home, pick up the rest of our materials, and embark on our session. Yada yada yada.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
We'll still only be
Do you get to
encumbered
the Cloud
until we get
District very
smithing
often?
done.
Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
Shut up, Nazim. First, let's make it to Breeze Home and offload everything, and then we'll be ready to actually craft. This time it'll involve a walk to the stables to find my horse. But that's not so bad. It's a nice little hike. First, of course, though, an offload. Although I want to pick up the rest of these ingredients. I want to pick up everything I'm going to use. A single goat hide doesn't do me any good unless I have a second one, which I don't. So I'll leave that in there. I want all of this, and all of this, and all of this.
I am your sword and your
Let
shield.
me see if this chest is respawned. And I have one more thing to check, and then I'll need to briefly pause before we actually go craft.
Brave is a
Oh, it's
big
not so much a
meanie.
check, I just need
She
to put
keeps
my
telling
useful
Lars
stuff
and me what to do. I don't want to play with her anymore.
in here. No unique items, no stolen stuff. What I did find was a single flawless amethyst that I need to save.
What do you need?
Alright, before heading out, let me take a brief pause.